your Norcast weather update. Brought to you by Angelic Health Palliative and Hospice Care. Wherever you call home, Angelic Health will meet your needs with a customized care plan for patients with a chronic and/or terminal illness. Visit angelic.health for more info.
Good morning, everybody. The sun is shining and we've got a great day on tap across the area. Now, there will be some clouds that try to come in off of the ocean for the barrier islands, and you're going to notice that. But the mainland communities, I think for the most part, very bright, especially the farther west you go from the Parkway. Temperatures up near 70 degrees. We've got the winds that are still going to be an issue, mainly at the beaches. I'd say breezy on the mainland, but not really any strong winds. Those gusts over 30 miles an hour are going to be right along the Parkway points east. Good morning, Taisha and Mandy and Jason. Turn on the good weather, he says. I really wish I could. Man. It's incredible. I've never seen a stretch of weather like this. We get teased, by Mother Nature every now and then. She sprinkles these nice days around. But by and large, if you look at the pattern that has been setting up since the beginning of March, it has not been very nice. And as we go into this weekend, now I know you probably have this question just on the tip of your tongue, ready to ask. Is it going to rain this weekend? And the answer is yes, there will likely be rain out there. But it's not going to be like last weekend. We're not looking at a continuous 3 days of rain. There will be scattered showers, and we'll talk more about that. But I think the mind-blowing part of it is the system that could bring us these scattered showers is the same system that came through this weekend. What? A week later, yes, because it's slowly dipping down to the south, and then it's going to be coming ashore and then moving up into our area, and I will show you that. Roseanne says, and you bring up a great point, Roseanne, I never remember so many bad days in a row with the wind. I put a graphic together to show you exactly how much wind we have seen, and it's eye-popping. I completely agree. We have been consistently windy. Usually wind is like a March thing, and then you get into April and May and things relax a bit, but that has not been the case, it seems, this year so far anyway. All right, let's look at our national holidays. Today is National Shrimp Day. I love shrimp, one of my favorite foods. It's National Lipid Day. It is National Clean Your Room Day. Fun fact about me, I am a clean freak, like OCD clean. My house has to look like a model home at all times or I start getting anxious. So I'm cleaning every day. I also take, sometimes, depending on if I go to the gym that day, 3 showers a day. So yeah, a little crazy there. It's National Salvation Army Week, National American Craft Beer Week. So many people are into craft beer. I think I've had maybe a sip of a beer in my entire life, and I didn't like it, so there's no point. For me, at least. I'm sure there's a lot of people that do enjoy it. National Mental Health Awareness Week, very important. And it's Bono's birthday. So, Bono from U2. It's his birthday today. I think he's from U2, right? I think, I'm not that bad. I know I'm bad at this pop culture stuff, but I think Bono is from U2. Somebody out there is probably like, no, you idiot. I think it is. Can somebody answer me, please, so I feel better? Anyway, over the Delaware Bay, we've got crystal clear blue skies. It's got birds that are trying to fly against the wind, and that's hard to do. But closer to the beaches, Parkway points east, you're noticing we have some more cloud cover overhead. So it's cloudy, it's windy, it's cold. Some of those clouds are trying to extend a little farther west. This is pointing west over the Great Egg Harbor River in Mays Landing. Notice the water. It is not moving nearly as much as that Ocean City camera. This is in front of the inn at Sugar Hill, 52 degrees, 23, and north wind at 15 miles an hour. So let's get talking about these windy days. We've had 63 days. What's today? Today is May 10th. May as well be like March 63rd at this point. But all right, so you've had 30, 60, 70 days. Roughly 70 days since the beginning of March. Do you see something wrong with this? I know I do. So out of those 70 days, 63 of them have featured winds over 20 miles an hour. Over half have featured winds over 30 miles an hour. We've had 19 days at 40 miles an hour, and the highest gust I could find was over this weekend, just 1 mile an hour shy of hurricane force, 73, and that was through central Ocean County. Incredible. And it's just because of the pattern that's been setting up over our area. 20 mile an hour winds in Hamilton, 17 in Marlton, 18 up in Doylestown, 16 in Norristown, but you get down towards the shore. This is why we have a wind advisory in effect up and down the coast today. 26 in Atlantic City, 30 in the courthouse, 30 in Cape May. I don't know how else to put it. If you live at the Barrier Islands, you are not going to see a nice day. You're going to be having more clouds. Maybe some afternoon sunshine, sure. But the winds combined with the cool temperatures and the clouds, it just all comes together for, again. While I feel guilty because I'm looking out the window right now and it's beautiful here in Washington Township. The trees are going back and forth a little bit, but the winds are not going to be nearly as bad as the shoreline today. 55 in Philly, 52 in Atlantic City, 53 in Richmond, 60 in Cleveland. How about 69 in Chicago? I've never wanted to be in Chicago more in my life. Actually, I've never been to Chicago before. So maybe I'll get on a plane and head out there this weekend. I don't know. 51 in Hamilton, 53 in Trenton, 52 in Toms River, 51 in Westchester, 50 in Lancaster, 54 in Rehoboth, 50 for the courthouse and Cape May itself at this hour. Doppler radar. Well, we're not going to Doppler radar. We're going outside first. Sun and clouds mix. More clouds to the east, more sunshine to the west. By 9 or 10 o'clock up to 55 or 56 degrees, and it's going to take off from there. Mainland, west of the Parkway, I'm thinking around 70 is possible later on. Here's Doppler radar. As we sweep around the area, there's nothing going on. We'll zoom out a little bit, and you'll see that we are clear sailing all the way through, well, Michigan. There's a warm front coming through. That's bringing some scattered showers to the mitten part of well, I guess the entire state is a mitten. But that's it. So here's the warm front. Here's the cold front on the back end, bringing some showers and thunderstorms to North Dakota. But writ large, the entire country is quiet. So today is bright and it's warmer. Temperatures around 70 degrees. We've got those clouds to the east. Winds are still going to be a big factor. Gust to over 30 miles an hour at the shore. Could see some 40 mile an hour gust at time. And of course, this afternoon, some very minor tidal flooding is still possible. Just a few inches of water in the streets. Be mindful of that. You never want to drive through it. That salt is going to rust the underbelly of your car. And then this is what I want to go run and hide. I'm going to crawl under the camera and you guys are going to start throwing tomatoes at me. But yeah, another unsettled weekend. Again, like I said at the top of the show here, it's not going to be an exact replica. It's not a repeat of last weekend. But that low that came through last weekend is going to still continue to impact our weather this weekend as it retrogrades towards the coast and then moves up from the Carolinas into our area. We have a coastal flood advisory in effect for Ocean and southeast Burlington County. The rivers are swollen. Very minor issues. Not a big deal. But if you live in those areas, you're going to be dealing with a little water in the streets. So through the day today, yeah, those gusts, 35, 40 miles an hour, Barnegat down to Cape May. Mainland communities not as bad. It's going to decrease the farther west you go. So if you're in May's Landing, your winds are probably going to be higher than, say, Collingswood, Haddonfield, Runnymede, Washington Township, Salem, Millville. But if you're in Egg Harbor Township, points east, you're probably going to get in on those 30 mile an hour gusts plus. Tomorrow's still windy, but less so. And then we finally start to relax things on Thursday. That will be 5 full days of strong winds. And look, we knew that was going to be the case. There's no surprise. We went into this knowing exactly how this would all play out. So nobody should be shocked there at all. So here's our futurecast for today. Notice how the clouds just try to linger at the beaches. We're going to try for some sun, but it might be hard at times. If you're on the mainland, I'd say 85% of the area today is going to be partly to mostly sunny. But these clouds are trying to linger. This was supposed to happen yesterday. We're thankful that it didn't. Going into tonight and tomorrow especially, I think we're going to see more clouds region-wide. About 45 tonight, northeast winds at 10 to 15, going into your Hump Day Wednesday afternoon, about 64 to 65. Northeast winds at 10 to 15, gusting higher at the shore, but more clouds region-wide than the past couple days. Thursday, we get back up into the lower 70s, still with the clouds. And that is the foundation of where we go for the weekend. So this is our upper air pattern. This is about 18,000 feet up in the atmosphere. Last week, before this pesky upper low was a thing, we were looking at this and we're like, man, we're going to get well into the 80s. Well, that's going to be the case for folks in the Tennessee Valley, Kentucky, Ohio, sure. But as long as this is an issue, we're going to be thwarting that progress. So we're going to end up several degrees cooler than we were thinking a week ago because this wasn't as pronounced and it certainly wasn't modeled to be lingering around. So that's the one hiccup in the forecast here. But see how it gets closer? It lessens up in intensity. It gets closer to the Carolina coastline. This is tomorrow. Bring showers and thunderstorms down there. And then it gets caught up in the jet and here it comes back in a much reduced version of itself, but it's going to allow to prompt some scattered showers, unsettled weather. And then by next week, another thing coming through, cooler weather. So we are going to be incrementally warmer. I think mid to upper 70s by the end of the week. But beyond that, this needs to be watched, where we could back down into the 60s. I think we're done with the 50s. And for those of you waiting to plan, I think you're good to go. We're not going to see those freezing nights again. We are good. But that doesn't mean we couldn't dip down into the 50s, lower 60s for highs, and some nights in the 40s. But I think we are good from the frost department here. The warm stuff, mid to late May, is going to be across the Gulf states. I know it doesn't look very happy here, but let's talk you through it. I think Friday sees a couple spotty showers. Right now, it's not looking like a big deal. Probably a better chance, your best chance of showers is probably going to be on Saturday, about 74. Less of a rain chance on Sunday and Monday, but we're going to throw those opportunities in the forecast for you. Now, we will extend this out to 10 days. And you know my feelings on a 10-day forecast. We'll take it with a grain of salt, but hey, you're going to get it somewhere because everybody does it. May as well get it here. We can tell you what the general overall pattern is, and it looks like we stay in the lower 70s, but I think there is an opportunity for a day or two in the 60s going forward. Not sure which day just yet or if it's beyond the purview of the 10-day forecast, but based on the upper level pattern, I wouldn't rule it out. So that is what we have right now. It seems to stay windier longer than previously. Is it all in my head? No, you're right, Michael. It is. It is consistently windier on a consistent basis, it seems, over the past few years. We don't do a very good job of keeping records on wind. We do temperature, precipitation, all that kind of stuff, but say like wind and dew point, horrible at keeping those records. So it takes me a while to compile these reports, but it's something I might even write a research paper on it or something. It's just trying to find the time is very, very difficult. My mother-in-law is on here and she is crying. Yes, I am with you. Also, you just reminded me I have to look for Barry Manilow tickets. We are both Fanilows. My husband is not, but it's okay because me and Mary Jo will go see Barry Manilow together. When will summer arrive? June 20th. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we actually get a summer this year. I will tell you the one thing that is concerning to me, if the overall upper air pattern doesn't change, which is very rare, that we've hung on to this long. But if it doesn't change for the summer, it'll be great in the temperature department. We'll probably be looking at a lot of lower 80s. We won't be stuck in the 70s. We will get hot, but we could avoid those hundreds, those upper 90s. We'll see. In that respect, I'm kind of rooting for it, but then on the other side of it, this is the kind of pattern that leads to significant tropical events, significant impacting tropical events. So it's a catch-22. We want to break down this pattern, especially with this idea that we're always getting hit on the weekends with some kind of ugly weather. I think we had 1 or 2 nice weekends in the past few months. All of our local businesses at the shore, they are weather dependent, and we need to make sure that people are still visiting even if the forecast isn't panning out to be the best. So, all right, guys, that's what I got for you. I'm actually on my way to Neptune. I work for 107.1 The Boss, one of the radio stations up there. Actually, they come all the way down into Ocean County. So if you've ever heard of Robbie and Rochelle in the morning, I'm part of their morning show. So I'm up here early doing live hits at 5 o'clock in the morning with them. So tune in, but we're doing like picture day, a team picture day. So I'm heading up there this afternoon. All right. Have a great day. I will leave you with a shot of the Great Egg Harbor Bay in Ocean City where, yes, we do have those clouds. And yes, you see the movement of that bay. And look how fast those clouds are moving. That's pretty incredible. Those winds up there are probably about 50 miles an hour, but at the surface, gusts to over 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. Not the best of days at the shore. Take care, everybody.